ALS Ice Bucket Challenge has become a common phrase on social media. But what exactly is the challenge for, and where did it start? Pete Frates was a baseball player from the United States and was diagnosed with ALS in his early 20s. Frates was challenged by a friend and they wanted to create awareness for ALS. The Ice Bucket Challenge was created and the video was posted to social media, and it went viral. This has created awareness for ALS across the world, and it has raised over $12 million in Canada alone. The funds go towards the National Research Program and support for the families and those living with ALS. Janet Beemans is from Seven Persons. She lost her husband Peter to ALS in 2009. She has been heavily involved with the Alberta ALS Society. She says when her husband was diagnosed with ALS, it came as a shock.
Peter was raised on the farm out here. He was a very outgoing person, the life of the party. When he was diagnosed in 2004, it's something that you never expect to hear, ever. We thought originally it was something to do with his spine. Then when the diagnosis came back, he basically got a death sentence. And he handled it with dignity and he handled it with grace. And he made a point of telling the kids that life goes on. Just because he was diagnosed doesn't mean that their life stops and you don't wait on him. He was very visible in the community. He didn't want to hide anything. Our kids were still in school at the time. They were going to school out at Eagle Butte. And everyone at Eagle Butte saw the progression. They saw him go from a walker to a wheelchair to not even being able to move the wheelchair on his own. And it was good that the kids saw that. They saw what our family was going through, and they went through it too.
ALS is a neurodegenerative disease where the cells in your body that control movement die. There is no effective treatment or cure, and this disease is terminal. Janet says the lifespan after diagnosis is 2 to 5 years.
Basically, they tell you, get your affairs in order because you're not going to be here in 5 years. And it doesn't affect just that person, it affects everyone around them, not just family, but absolutely everyone around them.
Janet and her family have taken the Ice Bucket Challenge, and she says it was emotional watching everyone come together.
To see the outpouring of support in this community, and I don't mean just the Seven Persons community, I mean Medicine Hat, Red Cliff. We know people down in Ontario that have taken it, down in New Brunswick that have taken it, just because they've seen someone here take it and they were challenged. So the community has expanded, and the support is just unreal. To get that word out is so important.
She says not only does the challenge raise awareness, it also gives an opportunity to feel what it's like to live with ALS.
When you dump that ice over your head, the first reaction you have is you tense and you have trouble taking that breath. And that's what it's like every day for somebody trying to breathe with ALS. They fight for that breath all the time. So for you to take that challenge, you're experiencing what it's like for that person.
In 2010, the Beemans family started their own fundraiser for the ALS Society. Janet says up until that time, the ALS Walk was held in Medicine Hat, and in 2010, the organizer was unable to hold the event. So they took it into their hands to plan a fundraiser.
And because we're not big walkers, we decided, well, my husband was the life of the party, let's have a party. So it took a month for us to plan, and Quonset Days was born out of that. It's a 2-day outdoor concert. We refer to it as a mini Craven. We have beer gardens, we have live entertainment, we have auctions, and we have a lot of fun. And every dime that we raise goes to the ALS Society. No one takes a wage out of the money that we raise.
This past year, Kwanzaa Days raised just under $64,000. For Go Southern Alberta, I'm Leanne Evans.